thank leaf distribution, leaf distribution, and especially Mr. Alim. I consider him is a guru, a master in spirituality, because he is the one that distributing all these knowledges through his distributing agency. And thank you all for coming to listen to me, which I think myself I am worthless and I am helpless. And I am trying to learn, and I am wishing that all of you can meditate through your heart to my heart, and can that energy be released from all of us in order that we can enlighten a little bit of what our Creator wants us to be enlightened with. After all this beautiful angelic spiritual dancing, I don't know if I have some words to say. It's very difficult to explain and express this beautiful energy that was going through that room. And as we know in physics, that always there is a lot of wavelengths in this room that are moving, but we cannot see them. So if we have a wavelength that a radio can understand, so that wavelength we get to turn into a sound. If we have a television that can change that wavelength into a picture, then we can see a picture with a sound. And these wavelengths are always going through this universe. So if our heart is already reached a level of what technology has reached, although technology is less than what is the power of the heart, with that they were able to reach to hear and to see past and present, but they cannot see the future, or they cannot hear the future. But the heart can see the past, can hear the past, can hear the present, and see the present, can hear and see the future. That's where the angelic power is far more greater than a normal technology. And when I was looking today at the name New Leaf, I was realizing that I can take some wisdom out of it. You have a beautiful name for your company, that a new leaf means in every moment there is a new leaf coming out. Because we know in Sufi traditions that there is a huge tree that in this universe, that every one name of what is being created is written on that leaf of that huge tree. So when that leaf comes down, means when that person wants to begin his ascension to his Lord, that leaves come out from the branch of that huge tree, reaching the heart of that person to ascend. And there are two different ways of ascension. Ascension in this normal life that we are living, or ascension in the other life that we'll be coming to. So when one drops, one leaf drop, another leaf comes. Similar to the name of your company. A new leaf means you are continuously evolving into a new production and a new spiritual dimension, that disseminating that energy through reading to people, or through music to people, or through DVD, what they can see, to humanity. That energy that many people speaks about. I was looking today in all the books and all this huge gathering that we have today, all of them, they turn onto one point. It is said in Sufi tradition that رأس الحكمة مخافة الله. The highest level of wisdom is the love of God. Means when you love the Creator, you love everyone. This is the highest wisdom that we can learn from in our life, that love is the essential part of a human life. Without love, there is nothing. And the best moment that we are feeling, and everyone before us felt, is when he was being called into the presence of his Creator. What I mean is, when the will of the Creator, or the will of that huge energy that coming down on earth, on this planet, when that will for that person to appear comes, immediately it is transformed to the attribute of knowledge, because the Creator has indefinite number of attributes and adjectives, names and attributes, beautiful names and attributes. Some religions, they count, like Islam, they count 99 names, beautiful names and attributes of God. Judaism counts 900 names. Christianity counts 2,000 names. If you add them all, it becomes 2,999 names. And all of them are encompassed by one name. They are wrapped by one name, which is, you were just singing it now, Allah. It means God. The one that you can only describe Him through, or describe that power through that name, through these names. So when that will, the Creator will, comes to someone to be created, immediately it is reflected in the ocean of knowledge. What we call it, al-ma'rifah, al-ilm. The ocean of knowledge, where already the blueprint will be made, like engineering. When you decide to build a building, they immediately make for you the blueprints. So as soon as the Creator wants that person to appear, the knowledge, ocean of knowledge, make the blueprints. When the blueprints are ready, the ocean of power, which we call it Bahrul Qudra, the ocean of power, create that individual that he appears on whatever he wants to be appear, or she wants to appear. And look, the greatness of that energy is that we all know that at one period of time, one moment, there was a huge explosion, as physics says, and there was a Big Bang. And that Big Bang produced this whole immense of universe, which our galaxy is considered, it has 80 billion stars and planets. And physics counted more than 6 billion galaxies that there are in this universe. I'm mixing a little bit of scientific issues in order to come to the point where it shows a very important meaning to take out of it, is that that huge Big Bang that happened out of nowhere, it produced a huge explosion. And we know if you bring an explosives material and put them in a place under a glass or under any kind of things, and they explode, they shattered everywhere in this space, and they move until they stop and finish. Why they stop on Earth? Because there is gravity. In the universe, there is no gravity. So under physics, when you roll a ball, and there is no, you can build for that ball an environment that has no gravity, and you push it, that energy that you push, always energy not dead, always it is there. When you push the ball continue forever, non-stopping, because the energy keep it moving and there is no friction with the gravity of the Earth. So in this universe there is no gravity. Why, when that Big Bang blew up and everything shattered, according to physics, nothing can stop. It has to continue moving in space. Why then the Earth is in one place, the moon is another place, the sun is fixed in another place, Mars is in another place, Venus in another place, Pluto is another place, every star in one place? And we know when a explosion goes, when it shattered and moved these pieces in particles, they will keep going until a force from the other side will stop them at a certain time and a certain moment. Who keeping these stars being stopped at a certain time and a certain moment in their places, not moving? Imagine how much that power, intelligent, if you like to call it God, if you like to call it, some people they might call it some different names, but there is something, there is a huge power that it is there, overlooking everything, that needs to be understood. And what we are doing in all these books that we are writing, in different philosophies or different beliefs or different religions, indicating that there is something that called hidden power, hidden spiritual energy that you cannot see but you can feel for the time being. And that's why it is said that if you really want to be part of that energy and to know about that energy, the most important things, as it is said in the tradition of Sufi, Arabic Sufi tradition, it says, إن كنتم تحبون الله ما زال عبدي يتقرب إلي بالنوافل حتى أحبه فإذا أحببته كنت سمعه الذي يسمع به. If my lover approaches me through love, I will love him. When I love him, I will be his eyes that he can see with. I will be his ears that he can hear with. I will be his hand, his tongue that he can speak with. I will be his hand that he can sense with. I will be his leg that he can walk with. I will be him. Say to something be, and it will be. That's why Rumi said, I don't know myself if I am a Zoroastrian or a Hindu or a Buddhist or a Jew or a Christian or a Muslim. I'm all of that. And this universal love that we are after is all of that. All of them combined. When you combine them all together, it's like a garden with thousands of different colors of flowers, instead of being one kind of flower that you look at it and then after a while you get bored. But when you see different colors of flowers, You see what something great that I am able to experience. And this is what is Sufism. Sufism is something that put everyone together in a different pictures. You have a different picture, she has a different picture, he has a different picture. Everyone has his own taste. Everyone, you have to taste the love of each other, the unconditional love, not the love that it is not for you, that there are people that they have their own love to each other, husband and wife, or whatever the kind of love to each other, but you have to have an unconditional love that bring all these gatherings together. And that is the purpose of this life. For me, I am so much in this since I was a child. When I was studying, my thought always was in spirituality. I studied chemistry, still my thought in spirituality. I studied medicine, still my thought in spirituality. I devoted my life for spirituality because it is the source of energy and healing to people. Healers, why they can heal? Because they have already are able to make all their body cells of their body. I was describing yesterday that in medicine the body is consistent of 3 trillion cells, that every 6 months they rejuvenate itself. These cells become like, they are like factories full of army that defend any kind of invasion from viruses or bacteria. And that's why in Sufi tradition, if you are able to control your cells of your body, you can heal cancers, you can heal heart attacks, you can heal strokes, you can heal all kinds of difficult diseases. That's why healers, when they are able to make their cells to be receivers of energy, like a satellite dish, and then they take all that energy, concentrating it into the heart, then they are able to release it at any time they want to heal people from far distances. I was in University of Harvard in a medical studies and research, and the faculty there, they brought more than 16 different researchers in medicine, and I was one of them. And they study from different perspectives of religions. Can people be healed from far distances through mantra or chakra or Islamic Sufism or Islamic recitation, chantings, or Judaism chanting or Christianity chanting? And they found yes. As soon as the patient, they put him in a certain room and monitor him and release that chakra chanting or Islamic chanting or Christianity chanting or Buddhist chanting, they begin to feel, and they have sensors all over the body, they begin to see that the body is responding to that chanting. And the organs begin to heal up.
Do the patients hear the chanting?
The patients hear the chanting, yeah. But the chanting is sent from far. They are hearing the chanting, and they are responding to the chanting. Then they did another experiment. I want to know why you asked the question. They did another experiment that the patient doesn't hear the chanting, but the healer was chanting, and the patient was responding. And that's where is what we call it in intercession or intervening for that patient from far away to heal him. So they came up with statistics that 80% of patients can be healed through chanting from far away or from nearby. They brought the biggest magician in London, and they asked him to heal 300 patients, and they took the patients from different parts of the world, and they put them in a room, and the magician were beginning to try to heal. The response was 0. When they brought a healer, that a spiritual healer, the response was 80%. And that's why that kind of spirituality, if it is spread all over the world, it will change the whole world to be a peaceful world. And that's why hands are one of the main source of energy. In your hands, there are I explained them yesterday, you have the 3 lines in every hand. You see, this is this one, and this connecting. So it's like V, and it's one here. And then the other one is reflection of this one. If you look at them, you will see one is 1, and the other is a V, upside down. If you look at both of them, you can see them. They are reflecting of each other. And we know these 3 lines of people who reach the hands, the palm, they can understand different meanings. But I want to come to one meaning here. If you look at them clearly, these are numbers. They are numbers. If you look at the right hand, it is a number in Arabic, which is 18. This is the 1, and this is an 8. The V, upside down, is an 8 in Arabic. And this is in the other side is 8 and 1. So it is 81. This one can be read 81. This one can be read 18. So add them together, what happened?
99.
99. And they are the 99 beautiful names and attributes of the Creator. So, and this usually, originally, they were not the Arabic numbers. They were the Indians. Indians created these numbers.
In Sanskrit.
The Arabic numbers were the Romans' number, are what we are using today in English. These were the Arabic numbers. These are the old numbers of the Indians. So that's why these are the ancient numbers. So if we add them, they come up to 99, and 99 is the names of God. And if you add them together, 9 and 9 is equal to 18. And 18 is 1 and 8 is equal to 9. And 9 is 0, as we know in the knowledge of numbers. So it means we are 0 in front of our Lord. Means we have to go into that level of nothingness. When we are nothing, submitting to our Creator, submitting to that huge energy, means we are completely in the level of sublime divine presence, that we do not have a will in the will of our Lord. And that's why those who works in numbers and letters, they understand the meaning of 1 and the meaning of 0. The 0 without a 1 is nothing. When you put the 1 near the 0, it's become 10. When you put 2 zeros, has no meaning. When you put 1 with them, become 100. If you have 3 zeros, it's nothing. When you put 1, it becomes 1,000. So always the importance is for the 1. The 0 follows the 1. And that's why even today, I will add one thing on technology, even computers, they work on 1 and 0. So without the 1 and the 0, computer doesn't work. And that is a knowledge that shows up how much it is so much that tradition of numbers and tradition of knowledge was before technology and brought technology today to use these numbers in order to change the whole world system of today because of these numbers that has been created and been discovered long time ago. And that's why always when we hold hands, when you need to produce energy, what you do? You rub your hands. Yeah? You are producing, you feel the heat. You are producing energy. And when you are rubbing the hands and thinking of meditation to the creator or to that superpower, you are rubbing the 81 and the 18, the 99 names together. You are activating them. When you activate them, then it opens to you all kind of spiritual energy that it might attain to enlighten and uplift the heart. The heart is the place of rejuvenating the whole system. And for that reason, everything that not related to the heart, related to mind only, means relate to the body. The heart relate to spirituality. Mind, body, and spirit. Look, for example, the body without the soul has no meaning. You cannot, without the soul, the body goes, they send the body under earth. The soul comes to the body, it brings the body up. That's why women are so honored. That's why always we say in Sufi tradition that women are so honored, so uplifted, respected, because they are the source of human generations. Without them, you cannot have a generation that is being in seclusion for 9 months in the womb of the mother. Today, all of us, we go for seclusions, for training. Without seclusion, training is only like imitational fruit. You have plastic fruit, you have fresh fruit. Plastic fruit is the one that with no experience only takes by what people tells him or tells her. But fresh has to go through several trainings in order that you can understand the power of the heart. And that's why we need training in order to be able, and that's why the Buddhists or the Hindus or Sufis, they go into training and seclusions. Like the child is in seclusion, and then that spirit comes and enters. How it enters? How it goes inside? Till today, medicine cannot find when, at what time, at what moment that soul connect with the child heart, with the child in the womb of the mother and begin to beat. The heart begin to beat. And that's for that we'll understand that everything that can be read and can be known through understanding of that enlightenment that God has given to the heart of healers, that they can see what is inside. Now ultrasound, you can see by ultrasound machine if a boy or a girl. But real masters knows if it is a girl or a boy in the womb of the mother. And that's why this spiritual energy that we try to achieve in these meetings and these sittings together is to bring happiness to the heart. And not only that, all those who are here, they didn't come by themselves. Even you have work and you want to do business and you want to do be whatever you are, you came by the will of the Creator. Your destiny is to come here and to meet here and to sit here and to hear here and to eat and to drink together. Because it is said in the Sufi tradition, الأرواح جنود مجندة من تعارف منها ائتلف ومن طبغت اختلف. The souls are like battalions or group of you know the army, how they are together, very disciplined. So the souls that they know each other, they are together. Those they are not with each other, they separate. So all these who are here are like this group of people that they are connected together to create a web, like the bees. The bees, they can, if you approach them, what they do, they sting you. Is that? And then but when they are together, you see them sitting together, coming together and forming a web. But without the queen, they are nothing. They cannot give you honey. When the queen comes, you have honey. If there is no queens, what you call them? Swabs? Wasps. When there is no queen, they are wasps. When there is a queen, there is honey. It means every master with his that master, she or he is the queen that produced the honey for the group of people that they are around her or around him. And that's why the importance of a guru is a must. Those who don't have guru, they must look for a guru. They must look for a master, because the master can produce for them honey, because his or her presence between those bees, between those community, will bring that honey for everyone to taste, the sweetness of the honey. And all of you, you are queens, and I hope to be a bee on that, all of you, to learn from you how to dance nicely, because you were performing greatly, and especially Shaykh Alim was so humble that I was seeing him how much he was so happy in dancing and letting that energy to come through. So what I will end up with, that energy that is moving in this room, a television can detect it, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And can see a picture. You must be like that. That angelic energy is moving. If your eyes becomes his eyes or her eyes, or your ears become his ears or her ears, and your mouth become his tongue or her tongue of that power, what will happen? You become like a television station. You can see, and people can see through you. Look how many angels are here. Do you see them? Not yet. You can see them. First you can smell them, then you can see them. And that is what we are after, in order that we can be able to see them in the future and can smell them. Many times I was with my master, I was able to smell them and see them. And many times I was able to release my spirit out of my body, and I was looking at my body down, sitting with no spirit. And when you can release your spirit out of the body, at that time your spirit is free. Now it is in the cage, that body is the cage. But it is a nice cage. You cannot say no. But when you release it, you can really enjoy the ecstasy of being free, and you can move anywhere you like. That energy can move anywhere you like. May God bless you all, and may God support you all, and may God give us the benefit of this evening and benefit of this time. It is a very sacred evening, which for me and for you, that we are sitting together here. And I hope in the future that we can sit more and more. I met with many presidents and with many kings around the world, with many prime ministers. They lack one thing. They lack spirituality. If they have spirituality, you can see all this hatred disappear from this earth, and everything become very quiet, very peaceful for everyone to enjoy. May God bring the understanding and the wisdom to all presidents and kings around the world, in all our leadership, in order to bring that world free of hatred and crime, and let everyone live in peace. May God bless you all. And now I will ask Brother Ali to come here. Okay. You have another another dancing?
Yeah, just a couple more. And
Yeah. And then we make our zikr. I like that dancing. If I was not old, I would have. I would be dancing with you. If you like, I can dance with you.
Yes. Yes.